Comrade Ares. Comrade Sanele. These comrades are not available. I will therefore proceed, and I'm not very good in praying. So I will simply welcome everybody who has logged in, especially the family. I can see Comrade Silo has logged in. I've seen the leaders of the ANC, other provinces who have also logged in. You are mostly welcome, comrades, to this important event wherein we will be sending condolences to the family of the backroom boy, Comrade Andrew Mlangeni, who was very selfless and played a very selfless role in the struggle for national liberation. They played a role to ensure that democracy and justice do happen in South Africa. So you are mostly welcome, comrades, and we'll allow comrades to make contributions, make their statements today. Tomorrow we'll then have an official memorial service that will also be addressed by the national leaders of the ANC. So today we're dealing with regions and provinces for them to be able to submit their condolences. So with those short words of prayer, I would like therefore to welcome the comrade from Comrade Mandla from the Tuli to just guide us through the program. Comrade Mandla, are you there? Comrade Mandla? It looks like comrades are battling maybe with the connection. So it means comrades will then proceed without the guidance of the team at Lituli. So what we will do, we will ask the RS of the West Rand if he's ready. If he's not ready, we would ask the spokesperson of the Greater Johannesburg region, Comrade Sasa Bonamangani, to start and say a few words. In fact, let's start with Comrade Sasa, who I suppose is ready, just to say a few words. Comrade Sasa Bonamangani, just 3 minutes and say a few words. The platform is yours, Comrade Sasa. Comrade Sasa, you're not audible. We can't hear you on this side.
It says he's unable.
ANC as a whole.
so that we're not just looking at ourselves and our own issue, but we're looking at.
He says he's struggling to unmute.
Let's get another province then. Another region, comrade.
Which region is ready? Comrade Sanele, are you ready?
I saw Mpumalanga, Comrade Leah.
Comrade Leah, are you ready to come in? Comrade Leah?
Oh, yes. Yes. Good
How are
afternoon,
you?
leadership. I'm well. How are you, sir?
No, you're welcome, Comrade Leah. The platform is yours.
No, thank you very much. Let me greet the leadership of the NEC. I've saw Dr. Regina Mahaule. I've saw Mam Nomvula and other leadership. And also greetings to the leaderships of the regions, the entire regions in South Africa that are here, including the leadership of the Youth League, as well as the leadership of the ANC Women's League. My name is Leah Mabuz. I'm from Mpumalanga, the regional secretary of Nkangala region. We are honored to be part of this process or this Zoom meeting in giving the farewell to our stalwart, our leader, Umkhulu organization. And safe to indicate that indeed we have seen the life of Comrade Umkhulu Baba Mlangeni while we're still young.
Ngicela uphume kancinci enhlanganisweni ujoyine iZoom and convey the.
Yeah, continue, Comrade Leah.
Oh, I thought she was talking to me, ma'am. Yes, we've seen in our young age when we've heard while we're still in high school in the 90s that there is a group of comrades that have been arrested, but the popular comrade and the name that we knew by then, it was that of Utata Umadiba. And not knowing that the Rivonia trialists were amongst those comrades, Utata Umlangeni, as well as Abo comrade Sisulu and the other comrades. And today, as the ANC is losing such a gallant leader, we also want to say, indeed, the memory and the investment that the ANC has made to the trialist or the Rivonia trialist per se, it is a memory that is going to live with us forever, and a memory that we must continue to make sure that we embrace it, and also goes down to the young people of this country. Because Lasikona, we want to believe that indeed that memory seeks to take us back and seeks to define us very well as Africans as to what do we mean, what is it that we belong to. Because the culture of South Africa, where you are seeing all these things that are happening currently, it does not define the culture of a young person or a person in South Africa. Instead, those memories that...
All right, that is the virtual condolences service for ANC struggle stalwart Andrew Mlangeni, who passed away earlier on this week at the age of 95. Let's take a short break. Do stay with us.
A lot of the families have lost their income due to the quarantine and the pandemic.
For many residents of the Pinto Salina slum, the quarantine means no work, no income, and very little food.
Here, everything is paralyzed except prices, which keep going up. You go to the supermarket and prices are higher, but your salary is the same.
According to an independent study done by a consortium of 5 of the
what is it to mean the principle of selflessness. So they've bequeathed to us a lot to learn from. We must just simply emulate their leadership and what they would want to see us in order for us to be able to take our movement forward. We've got a task of advancing the national democratic revolution, and without that level of discipline, that revolutionary morality, it will be very difficult for us to take ANC to another level. So siyafuna ngoxolo ukhaya malimkhulule esiXhoseni sithi abalala ukuthula bavalwa sithi amehlo bona bavule amehlo. Masifunde lukhulu ngokukhumbula imisebenzi yabo emihle abayenzileyo, sijonge apho basuka khona, sacrifices abazenzileyo, for us to be able to realize where we are in order to navigate the way forward that is expected from us. Enkosi kakhulu sihlalo, ndiyabulela kakhulu ngelithuba.
Thank you very much, Provincial Chair of the Eastern Cape, for those encouraging words, and PEC will also go well in addressing this that we are faced with in relation to the COVID-19, all other issues in the province, and I believe that we will succeed in ensuring that we confront this pandemic. Thank you very much, Comrade Oscar. Mudima Beluena, Mudima Tsirelets. Rekope, Comrade Abuya Kulu. Thank you. The Deputy Chair of the KZN province, the only province with a surname, KwaZulu-Natal. Comrade Mabuya Kulu, the platform is yours.
Well, thank you very much, Comrade Dada, the Mlangeni family, the leadership of the African National Congress at all levels, all friends and compatriots, Revolutionary Alliance of the African National Congress. We take this opportunity on behalf of the PEC of the ANC to express our deepest condolences to the Mlangeni family, but more importantly also to the African National Congress and the Revolutionary Alliance for the passing of an icon in Isithwalandwe, Utata Andrew Mlangeni. As the African National Congress, we know too well that the generation of Utata Mlangeni, together with his cohorts, as it has been said before, they are the ones who gave us the biggest gift that any human being worldwide can ever want to have, that is freedom. We are therefore entirely indebted to this generation of martyrs, for they took up the struggle at a time when it was not fashionable. They were able to lay down their lives so that we, the current generation, can be able to enjoy the fruits of freedom. As we mourn the passing of this icon in Isithwalandwe, we want to say on behalf of the PEC and the entire movement in KwaZulu-Natal and our membership, that it is indeed said that Utata Mlangeni leaves us at a time when our country and the world is going through the most of the difficult periods in the history of the world. However, on one hand, we are also grateful that Utata Mlangeni, together with his generation, they've been able to give us both the lessons of how we should conduct ourselves, both as leaders, but generally as a society. They've been able to give us the moral compass of how we can conduct ourselves in the positions of leadership, but more so, they've been able to mold an ideal society that we all are seeking to build, the National Democratic Society. So as we say farewell to Utata Mlangeni, we are saying that we are indeed highly grateful to you, Utata Mlangeni, and the family for having given us the gift of freedom. And we say this gift of freedom can never be taken away from us, except when we take our own freedom for granted. And we say we owe it to ourselves and to this generation and the generation and all other generations who work so hard that South Africa becomes a free nation and a free country. Today we can walk tall amongst the nations of the world. Today we can actually claim our stake amongst the world affairs. Today we can have a voice.
We are live now, but I can't monitor it. And can I
as we say so.
You can monitor it. Yeah, sorry.
So as we say so, we are therefore saying to this generation that you have given us something that no other person can ever ask for, but to be free and to be able to have a voice and to have the dignity that we all have. Today we are all equals before the law, and we have a constitution that protects each and every one of us, but amongst all, we have a constitution that stands amongst other nations of the world. So on behalf of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, we therefore join the millions within the African National Congress family and beyond in saying farewell to Mlangeni. You have left an indelible mark, not only in the political affairs of our nation, but also in molding an ideal society that we're all wanting to build. Thank you very much, Dad.
Deputy Chair Molwethu, sibonge kakhulu ngamazwi okukhuthaza usinike wona. Amazwi asizayo ukuthi siqinise nomndeni wakamlangeni. Siyabonga baba. Now, comrades, once we have we are now trying to get Comrade Spiwe Mgcina, the coordinator of the Vaal province, the Vaal region, which is known as CDB. Comrade Spiwe Mgcina, are you ready? Comrade Spiwe, if we are not ready, we'll then proceed. We will then request Comrade Bentley Vass from the Northern Cape to take the stage. Comrade Bentley. Now then we will move on, comrades, and ask Comrade Thabang Makwetla to speak to us. Comrade Thabang, are you there? Comrade Thabang, are you there? Comrade Thabang, it seems like he's battling to connect. We will then move on to request Comrade Dlamani Chauke from the Northwest Province. Are you there, Comrade Dlamani Chauke? Comrade Dlamani, are you there? We will then move to the Mpumalanga province. Comrade Lindiwe, Charlie, are you there?
Sibulise, Comrade Dada, we are here. Sibulise kakhulu kumdeni wakamlangeni, and also greetings to the entire leadership of the ANC that is present here, and also greet the entire nation of South Africa As Mpumalanga province, on behalf of the PEC, we mourn the loss of Ubaba Mlangeni. Ubaba Mlangeni Isithwalandwe sethu Seaparankoe, the highest honor that he has ever received. And also Ubaba Mlangeni obe elapha ku-Rivonia trialist ogqina osele. Sithanda ukusho ukuthi emndenini wakaMlangeni nilahlekelwe, simbonile ubaba celebrate his 95th birthday. Siyazi ukuthi abaningi bethu semgcine mhla kuvulwa iParliament ekhona lapha noma impilo ibingavumi kahle. Sithanda ukusho ukuthi sibone obhala bama-province wonkana besihleli naye umkhulu, sihlele naso Isithwalandwe sethu, sibe khona sibuka ukuthi izwe lethu lihamba kanjani, nokusho a-expressa indlela ezinye izinto angayithandi uma eyibona okumele siyilungise ngayo. As the ANC in Mpumalanga, we are committed ukuthi si-realize the dream of Abobaba Mlangeni, where we would be fighting corruption, where we will be making sure that our people receive services. Because Ubaba Mlangeni ubengeke ajoine i-Youth League asesemusha ey'nkathini zakhe la ngabe uzenzela zonke izinto, kube ukuthi kuney'nto ey'ningi angazenza, akome ukuthi ahambe ayolwa, alwele isizwe, alwele umphakathi, alwele inkululeko. So niwumndeni nineqhawe elilele, nathi siyiMpumalanga, siyabantu baseMzansi Afrika, sithanda ukusho kakhulu ukuthi mndeni wakaMlangeni sibonge kakhulu ukuze nisizalele inkokheli, sibonge kakhulu ukuthi nisiboleke yena siyi-ANC. Kuyashiwo lapha ukuthi isizwe sakhiwa ngabantu abadala abanisela isihlahla umthunzi abangeke baze bahlale kuwo. Kodwa siyathanda ukusho ukuthi la sikhona siyi-ANC, siyabonga ukuthi ubaba Mlangeni uphilile kwaze kwaba u-95 years. And sithanda ukusho ukuthi one of the good things ebekazenza u-express i-opinion yakhe as is, a golfer of note. We know him very well ukuthi i-golf ube u-champagne lapho ubeyishaya igalofu. Sithanda ukusho ukuthi hamba kahle Sithwalandwe, hamba kahle baba Mlangeni. Siyazi ukuthi wena ubungeke uthi izinto imoshakala uthule. Siyazi sonke la sihleli khona siwukhongolose ukuthi ubufuna sihambe kuziphi inyathelo. Sizothi uma usubekwa, sithanda ukubonga kakhulu nehhovisi likamongameli ne-ANC ukuthi ikunike lesidima somngcwabo lesi abazokuhambisa ngaso kusizwe sonke. Sithi njengoba siyobeka ubaba Mlangeni, ake sibuyele nemuva sithi uMzansi Afrika wonke umuntu kumele adlale indima ebalulekile emphakathini yakithi. Wonke umuntu kumele athathe iqhaza, abe sure ukuthi ucontributor positively, ngoba sisonke thina siwukhongole sithi sisonke singenza impilo zabantu zibe ngcono. Siyabonga kakhulu, lala kahle Sithwalandwe, inkosi kubusisi. Siyabonga.
Thank you very much for those encouraging words of condolences to the family. Thank you very much. So now, comrades, we will try and move on. I've seen that Comrade Thabang is now ready. Thabang Makwetla, are you ready there? Comrade Thabang?
Still battling that.
I suspect that, remember, Comrade Thabang spent a lot of years in exile. So technology might be a challenge to him. So may we ask Comrade Hlamani Chauke if you are ready? Comrade Hlamani Chauke is not ready. Comrade Bentley Vass from the Northern Cape, are you ready? Okay, so we will move, comrades, and request Comrade Nomvola to now come in so that we can also allow her to go back to the PEC meeting. Comrade Nomvula, a member of the National Executive Committee, and a member of the organizing team of the ANC. So, Comrade Nomvula, the platform is yours. Mama Action.
Thank you, Comrade Nopala. Good evening, Bantu Abadala, Muzwagwa Mlangeni, the leadership of the NEC who are here, as well as the PECs and RECs represented here. You've really took me by surprise, Comrade Dada. We were going to just do the announcements after this, but once more to say, Matsidiso Hafeli, Tsidisa Hanke Khona, Hari Beng Tsepo ya rona mo modimong. It's our time now to reflect on ourselves and take a leaf on the life of Ubaba Mlangeni, and through his passing on, do what Basotho ba buang ba re lefu le kopanya malapa. Let's make sure that ngokushona kaBaba Mlangeni sizoziqoqa nathi malungu ANC sizihlambulule, and make sure that we become what the people of South Africa expect from us. Lalani ngenxeba Muzwagwa Mlangeni.
Thank you very much, Comrade Nomvula. Very short and precise. Knowing you, I didn't expect such a very short speech, but I guess you have so much on your hands. One is to ensure that the funeral of Comrade Tata goes very well, which is the responsibility that you have been executing. So it is too much that you have to focus on. You are also in the PEC meeting of the Eastern Cape. So thank you very much, Comrade Nomvula. Now, comrades, we will ask those comrades from the Northwest province if there's anyone who's ready, so that we can move on if they're not ready. Northwest province.
Northern Cape.
The Northern Cape is finally ready. You are welcomed. I think it's Comrade Vas.
Thank you.
You are welcome, Comrade Vas.
Yeah, thank you very much. My apology. As the Northern Cape province, we want to extend our sincere condolences to the Mlangeni family and to the broader MDM formations. I think as an organization, we have lost a giant. We have lost a library of wisdom, a humble leader, a true fighter of this organization. Tata Mlangeni has given his life to this organization, for us, for a better life. And as the African National Congress in the Northern Cape, including the Alliance partners, we are saying, may his soul rest in peace. And we wish that God will strengthen the family as well as the ANC family. I thank you.
All right, so those are some of the condolence messages there, as of course the virtual condolences for ANC struggle stalwart.
Comrade Vas, are you battling with your connection?
He's done, Nobala.
He's done.
Thank you, Comrade Vas. Thank you very much. The Northwest, are you ready? Something is wrong in the Northwest. Can we ask Comrade Tawang Makwetla, are you ready? Okay, we'll then give to the young lion of Gauteng of Tshwane region, Comrade Lesego, to speak. Comrade Lesego, are you ready?
Yeah,
Comrade
thank you very
Lesego?
much. Thank you very much, Nobala, and thanks for the opportunity. I think I'll also try to be short. Well, I think that Isithwalandwe Ubaba Mlangeni was one of the few in our ranks who was given and conferred with this honor while he was still alive. And I think this is a testament to the life, the exemplary life that he would have lived. Maybe in expressing our condolences to the family, let us also pay gratitude to them for sharing him with us, because he spent the best days of his life in the service of our people as a freedom fighter, as a man who was married to the ANC and the ideals of freedom. We want to thank him for his exemplary life, and we also want to thank him for his leadership. He was always in the background. He was never one for the cameras or one who would wanted to lead and be seen, but he was always there to guide the movement in times of crises and in developing some of its policies, including being present as a delegate in Town in 1955. We, as the young people in the ANC, we thank him for his example, and may his soul rest in peace. Thank you very much, Nobala.
Thank you, Comrade Lesego. Thank you very much for those encouraging words. We are now ready to request Comrade Regina to say words. In the meantime, Lesego, can you mute? Can we ask Comrade Regina Muhaule if she's ready, so that she can come in and take the platform? And Comrade Dakota Lekwete to prepare himself to speak after Regina. Are you ready, Comrade Regina? Comrade Regina? She's probably...
Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Regina.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I want to join all the comrades to thank the family of Ubaba Mlangeni. Ubaba Mlangeni is our father, and we don't qualify even to call him a comrade, because he's a stalwart, the history. He carries the history of the organization in him, and his departure makes the ANC not to be complete, because it looked like somebody who was sitting at the corner interceding for the ANC has left. It looks like now we're left on our own. So we really, as the African National Congress at this moment, when we are fighting all these other invisible enemies, feel so much left alone. So we are saying to the family, let them be strong, because what we're feeling right now, we know that they feel more than we feel. Let them be strong, and we know that from the family, Ubaba Mlangeni will come out, because when he was still there, he was occupying the space, and no one could take that space. But now I know that since he has left, the space is going to be occupied. Same as in the African National Congress. Ubaba Mlangeni is no more. And as the ANC, we must sit down and make a self-introspection and look at all the things which he guided us on. Because when Ubaba Mlangeni was not happy, he would indicate and say at the same time that this is not the ANC we know. This is not the ANC we suffered for. So we, as the leadership of the ANC at all levels, we need to make that introspection and say, what is it that we can please Ubaba Mlangeni with? What is it that we can say we can bid farewell to Ubaba Mlangeni with? Is to bring the organization to its original form. And I want to promise the family that we take them as part of us, because they are indeed, that let them come and work with us beyond the burial of Ubaba Mlangeni. Their space is there in the organization, and the organization is cleaning itself. That's why even the membership system it has been cleaned. So there can be no one who complains about gatekeeping in the African National Congress. So it's going back to where Ubaba Mlangeni wanted to see it. So we are happy, And we say to the family, thank you, thank you, thank you, and receive our deepest condolences. Thank you very much, Chair.
Comrade Regina, for those encouraging words. Re kgothatsa lelapa, re kgothatsa the members of African National Congress, re kgothatsa all peace-loving South Africans. Re ba tiisa and to say, Comrade Ntate Mlangeni, o robale sentle, wa gago mosebetsi o phethile. So now we will move, comrades, and request Comrade Dakota Lekgote, the communications officer of the ANC in the Thule House. I think Comrade Thule has taken back his responsibility. But let's welcome Comrade Dakota. Are you there, Dakota?
No, thank you very much, Comrade Dada. And let me start first by appreciating the family of Mlangeni, just to say to them that their loss is not only the loss of Mlangeni family, it's a loss to the whole Revolutionary Alliance and MTM structures in our country. I would like to start first by appreciating the background of Tatu Mlangeni. I was fortunate this year to spend the January 8 celebration with him. I took care of him for the whole day that day. And little did I know, until I met him and Comrade Mashinini of the Free State on that day. He spoke to me and Comrade Mashinini, reminding us that the reason that he joined the ANC and that he became a political activist was because at his teenage years, after the death of his father in one of the farms in Bethlehem, the family became a victim of the farm evictions in those years. And him and his mom and their siblings had to walk from Bethlehem to Johannesburg to get a better life of their mom working in a kitchen at that time. And for the whole year, they walked from Bethlehem to Johannesburg, and it was only the following year that his mom managed to register him at Rosettenville, there where he lived his political life, where he met most of the political activists at Rosettenville, St. Peter's, where they were taught by President Oliver Tambo at that time as their teacher of maths and physics. I was not there. I was told as a child of the ANC all these stories. But I would understand what sharpened his political life. It was the inequality that is still here today. It was the dominance of the monopolies that is still here today. It was the legacy of the apartheid capitalism that is still here today. And people like Ntate Mlangeni, they have bear the brunt of all forms of injustice and unfairness in our country. And I wish to advise all the comrades that looting from COVID, looting from our government, looting from municipalities, looting from state-owned enterprises, that does not represent the aspirations and the wishes of Ntate Mlangeni, as he told me. My witness is Comrade Sam Mashinini, the provincial chairperson of Free State, because at that time we were three. It was the three of us this year in the January 8 statement of the ANC at the rally. Comrade Mashinini's parents and Tatu Mlangeni, they grew up together in the same farm. He's a living witness that can tell the rest of the country what the old man said to us. I never had a chance, I never had an opportunity in my life to meet the old man except this year in the January 8 statement, to sit with him, and he explained what he explained to me. But I would want to take this opportunity to ask the Mlangeni family to say thank you to them for them having shared a life of this revolutionary father of us, a mentor, a commissar, a commander, and one of our first recruits of Condolences, and one of the founders and the pioneers of a revolutionary armed struggle against the apartheid onslaught on our people. We must, if we give credence to this leader, appreciate the support of the Ethiopians for His Majesty Haile Gabriel Selassie, the King of the Ethiopians, who hosted this leadership, gave them passports, Ntate Mlangeni to go to China, and Ntate Nelson Mandela, they gave him the name of David Motsamai. He went to Algeria to train as a soldier. Ntate Mlangeni, the other group, Ntate Mkwai and the rest, they went to China to be trained by our friends of the Chinese Communist Party under the leadership of the Chairman Mao, our revolutionary father from China, who trained them after winning and triumphing in the revolution in 1949. But they managed to train there in the early 1960s. And that is one of the histories that we need to appreciate, because people do not understand the relationship of China and South Africa, and China and the ANC, or the Communist Party of China and the ANC. It's as a result of people like Ntate Mlangeni that we have a relationship with the Communist Party of China, and that needs to be appreciated. I would not want to go into a long history of what he has done, but I know he died an unhappy man, and COVID is the latest scandal that has put a nail on the life of this revolutionary. And I wish we wake up and smell the coffee. We are not the ANC that he wished to be. I thank you.
Thank you very much for such a moving tribute, Comrade Lekwete. We are now moving faster, comrades. We should be concluding by 6. So any other speaker that will come after, limit your time. The coordinator of the Sidibeng region, Comrade Spiwe Mgcina Mafiga, are you ready? Comrade Coordinator.
Thank you, Nopala. Greetings to the leadership of the African National Congress, the NEC members. Greetings to the leadership of all our provinces, the PECs. Greetings to all the regions of the African National Congress in the South Africa wide. Also want to pass my greetings to the family of Ubaba Mlangeni, and also pass my condolences and gratitude for them to borrow us Ubaba, for what Ubaba have done to all of us, for what Ubaba have done to the African National Congress, for what Ubaba have done to the people of South Africa, and not only the people of South Africa, also to the people of the continent. Sithi siyabonga kumndeni wakababa uMlangeni, sithi nisiboleke leli thambo lenu ukuze likwazi ukusebenzisana nomphakathi wonke jikelele waseNingizimu Afrika kanye necontinent nomhlaba wonke ukuthi sibe nalento esibiza the world peace. Comrades, I took time when I heard that Ubaba Mlangeni have passed on. I went back to look at what we have said in all the funerals of all the stalwarts. As we know that Ubaba Mlangeni is what we are calling the one man standing. So I've gone back to look at what have transpired in all the funerals of all the stalwarts. There's one common language that we all saying in this funeral. That is, the ANC must change. The ANC must renew itself. The ANC is not what our leaders expect it to what it was supposed to be. The ANC must be selfless. The ANC must serve the people. The ANC must be the organization of what all of us want and dreamt of what's supposed to be the ANC. So what I'm saying actually, in short, Comrade Nopala and to all the leadership in this current membership, is that can't we use this opportunity of sending Ubaba Mlangeni
as we send Ubaba Mlangeni, which is his farewell, and ask all of us that can this be the last memorial service where we ask the members of the ANC to behave in a manner of what it's supposed to be expected of the member of the ANC. That we can't be reprimanding people that they can't loot, like Comrade Dakota have been saying. We can't be reprimanding that the people, they can't be behaving like not what the ANC is supposed to be, what it's supposed to be. So can we use this funeral to say this is the last one? As Ubaba Mlangeni ahamba, going to meet the other leaders of the ANC, going to give them a report back, he will tell them that indeed I left as a sad person, but there's a commitment from all the members of the ANC that they are going to change. The ANC is going to be what we've fought for. The ANC is going to be selfless. The ANC is going to serve the people. So in honor of Ubaba Mlangeni, I'm calling on all the members of the ANC to say, this is the last memorial service when all of us, we say the same thing that Comrade Dakota have said, the same thing that Comrade Trichana have said, that it's going to be the last memorial service. We're all going to behave in a manner that befits the standard and the statutes of the African National Congress. In those words, I'm saying, Hamba kahle Baba Mlangeni, tell the other leaders that sizwile, simamele, kwanele, i-ANC is our changer. We'll use i-departure yakho, which is befitting, which is honorable, that we're all going to change as a members of the ANC and serve this society in our country selfless. Amandla, ngiyabonga Nopala.
Thank you very much, Comrade Mgcina, and we wish you a speedy recovery. And I can see you are already recovering. You're very strong and fresh. Recover, my comrade. Therefore, comrades, the following comrade should be coming now. It's Comrade Susan Jati to prepare, which will be then followed by Comrade Makalo Mohali from the Free State, and Comrade Joe Matebula to prepare on behalf of the Andrew Mlangeni Foundation, and Comrade Violet Siwela will then be wrapping up on behalf of the ANC and everybody who spoke today, and then we'll then ask Comrade Sello to say something on behalf of the family, and then we will be closing the program. That is how the order will follow now. So can we proceed with Comrade Susan Janji? Comrade Susan? Comrade Susan, are you there? Oh, Comrade Susan is not there. Comrade Makalo Mohale, are you there from Free State?
Yes, I'm here, Comrade Dada.
You have 3 minutes, my comrade, my brother. You have grown up now. I'm proud to see you after so many years. The platform is yours, Comrade Makalo.
Thanks very much, Comrade Dada, and to the greetings to the Mlangeni family, the leadership of the ANC at all levels, and the leagues and all alliance partners. So on behalf of the Free State Province, we also wish to convey our condolences to the Mlangeni family and the entire formation of the progressive mass democratic movement in the country. As the province from which Ubaba Mlangeni hails from, as well as a province that is the birthplace of the African National Congress. We also wish to say Isithwalandwe was so much great inspiration to us because he was not just an armchair revolutionary. He was taking part, he was very active, he was part of one of those key moments that have shaped the history of South Africa, the Vonia trial being one of them. But most importantly, because of time, we'd like to say what Comrade Isithwalandwe fought for, among others, was to deal away with the white supremacy and restore the dignity of the African people. So we would like to remind our leaders today, now that we have achieved freedom, let us not lose sight. Let us not lose sight till that ideal has been achieved. Our people are still living in poverty. Our Black people are still discriminated upon. Therefore, it is upon the African National Congress and everyone else to continue to have confidence in the Black people, to continue making sure that that which Isithwalandwe and the others of that generation has fought for is a reality. It will be a great betrayal that we are now beginning to reverse the ideal that they have all been fighting for. It is still too early to lose confidence in the Black people. It is still too early to now start to reverse all of those gains and affirm white people. So let's remain loyal to the ideals of our struggle. Let's remain loyal to the ideals that we must create non-racial, non-sexist, peaceful and prosperous South Africa. Let's fight hard in remembering him. The only thing we can honor him is to also show selflessness so that where he is resting, he can be happy that what he has fought for never went in vain, but rather we have taken the baton forwards to improve the lives of South Africans. So on behalf of the province of the Free State, re ho lelapa la ha Mlangeni, lefu ke ngwetsi ya malapa ohle, ha wa hla se sa hlayang, ra le leboha ka hore be le re kadimeng Ntate Mlangeni, ra le leboha African National Congress, ra le leboha kaofela bohle batho ba South Africa hore qetellong ebe re ile ra kgona hore re be le Ntate Mlangeni, mme ho rona hore re se ke ra moswabisa. Re a leboha on behalf of the Free State. Thank you very much.
Sibonge kulusha, they are actually growing, this young man. Ra leboga ka mantswe wa kgothatso. As I said, you will now be followed by Comrade Joe Matebula on behalf of the Andrew Mlangeni Foundation. Comrade Joe Matebula, the Lion of the North, ke bana ba Lawrence Bukanuka, ba lamogela ga sheku, the platform is yours.
Thobela, Comrade Dada. Thank you very much for this opportunity. On behalf of the foundation, we really join the millions of South Africans who have dipped the black, green, and gold banner in making sure that this stalwart receives the honor that he indeed deserves. Comrade Andrew Mlangeni was a humble and caring man. But one of the most important aspects up until his passing on, he remained with one of the most sharpest minds. I say this without any shadow of doubt, Comrade Dada, that you would remember each and every comrade by his voice and by his name at the age of 95. We also had an opportunity to play golf with him even up to 2019. We hosted him, particularly myself, at the Legends. It was a golf that he insisted. He told Silo Mlangeni to say he is going out on a golfing weekend. And indeed, we had to spend time. And we could see that the old man was still playing like a real young man. He was even showing some of us how to do and how to play this game. Comrade Andrew Mlangeni had also contributed a lot in terms of his own surroundings. You would know that on behalf of the foundation, he would be contributing blankets during winter time. At this time, he will be contributing blankets in the areas of Soweto. Just recently, Comrade Silo Mlangeni was also had to donate on his behalf sanitary pads to young children and school children. That was the commitment of Comrade Andrew Mlangeni. But one most important aspect, Comrade Dada, I want to raise. Ever since we got the announcement that he has passed on, a number of South Africans from different races has been calling us, particularly those he played golf with in Limpopo, because in Limpopo he had established camaraderie and also a friendship with a number of people. So people from all race groups have been calling to say, Hamba kahle Isithwalandwe. Comrade Andrew Mlangeni, when we say humility, it's an understatement. In fact, he's one of the rare breed of leaders who had humility. I, for one, when I was in the NWC of the ANC Youth League, I had an opportunity to interact with Comrade Mlangeni. I remember very vividly, without wasting your time, he was a Minister of Transport in the ANC. At that time, we used to have the red golfs. I'm sure, Comrade Dada, you'll remember those red golfs that the ANC had for coordinating elections. At one point, I took that golf and I went to coordinate work in the Northern Cape. But I overstayed my welcome in the Northern Cape. And to punish me, Comrade Andrew Mlangeni gave me a kumbi, a microbus. Little did he know that when you give a young person a microbus, you have actually upgraded him. But he thought he was punishing me. I'm saying, and without any shadow of doubt, to say we have lost one of the most rarest human beings that South Africa has ever produced. We, as the foundation, he always implore on us to say, "Verekelang Sichaba," come with programs that are going to assist communities. I think I say this on behalf of all those who are in the foundation, that we will continue where he has left on, and we will make sure that the ideals for which he has always stood for are realized. Amandla.
Matla. Thank you, Comrade Joe. The young lions, the children of Lawrence Pukanuka, I think now, comrades, there's been a request here, whilst Comrade Violet prepares herself, there's been a request that we ask the president of the PPF, Comrade Kasif, to say something, who will then be followed by Comrade Sean from the Western Cape. Then it will be Comrade Violet, so that we can get closer closing the program. Are you ready, Comrade Kasif?
Yes, thank you. Can you hear me?
You are loud and clear. People can hear you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening, comrades, colleagues, and compatriots. On behalf of the Progressive Professionals Forum, it is with deep sadness that we mourn and celebrate the life and times of our struggle hero, Comrade Andrew Mlangeni. Baba Mlangeni was a South African who cared deeply for all people, especially the oppressed masses. The life and times of Comrade Mlangeni serves as an inspiration and an example for patriotic professionals and entrepreneurs such as ourselves. It serves as an example of how to give of yourself for the greater good of society. Comrade Mlangeni's life stands as a testimony of all we can be and all we must be as South Africans, as humanitarians, and as leaders. Comrade Mlangeni's life was a life in service of humanity, a person with unwavering principles, unfailing commitment, ethical leadership, and most importantly, a humble soul. As the PPF, we convey our heartfelt appreciation to the Mlangeni family for sharing with the entire South Africa and Africa this revolutionary patriot. May his soul be warmly welcomed by Tata Madiba Tata Sisulu, Uncle Kathy, Gov, Ray, Comrade Dennis, his fellow Rebellion trialists, and all other freedom fighters who sacrificed all of themselves to deliver freedom and democracy to our country, which we now promote and advance the values, ethics, and character of Comrade Mlangeni amongst professionals and entrepreneurs. Our country demands of us, especially the COVID-19 crisis. When a tree falls, then only do we realize the shade it has given, the fruit it has shed, and the fertile soil it has created. Amandla.
Away to Comrade Kasif. Thank you very much. And I think Comrade Sean, you are ready from the Western Cape. Comrade Sean.
Hello.
The platform is yours. We can hear you, Comrade Sean.
Comrade Mlangeni stood on solid ground. His was not the politics of you scratch my back and I scratch yours. It was about ethics, it was about good governance, and it was about the full and the complete liberation of the struggling masses in particular. Like O.R. Tambo, Comrade Mlangeni was clear. To Congress and to Congress only, we must be loyal. To Congress and to Congress only, we owe allegiance. What an inspiration. What a powerful soul. Enormous and huge gifts of the Spirit. Servanthood in service of the people, going the extra mile for the destitute and the poor. This would define Comrade Mlangeni, his life and his journey of struggle. To the family, we say that your grief and your loss is a shared grief and loss. Thank you for sharing this giant of South Africa, of history, of revolution, of change with us. This giant will not be forgotten. In everything that we do from this point onwards, we will remember this source of inspiration, this huge model of servanthood and of sacrifice. Go well, my brother. South Africa and the ANC, the entire nation and the globe for that matter, we owe you and we will remember you. Hamba kahle, Comrade Mlangeni. Hamba kahle.
Thank you very much, Comrade Sean. As we are nearing to close the program, now we will want to call upon Comrade Violet, member of the National Executive Committee, to wrap up the program on our behalf before we could give over to Silo Mlangeni to say a few words from the family, and the program will then be duly closed. Comrade Violet, the platform is yours.
Thank you, Chair. On behalf of the NEC, indeed, we are in deep sorrow. Let me support all the speakers who have spoken. I believe the entire world is grieving like we are grieving as the ANC. I just want to quote Comrade Dakota on what he said, that the loss of the Mlangeni family is not their loss, it's the loss of the entire country. I can say the loss of the entire world, because Utata is incomparable. His life and his leadership was a qualitative one. We have lost a disciplined cadre, a humble, honest cadre who stood his ground all the time. As the ANC, we want to commit ourselves tonight that Tata will change our behavior, as Comrade Dakota and Comrade Jana has indicated, and other comrades. To allow you to rest in peace, we need to change our behavior as the leadership of the ANC. We need to unite, we need to rebuild, and we need to renew ourselves. We are committing ourselves, Tata, tonight, that we're not going to sell this revolution which you and the other hero and heroines fought for. We'll try our best that we do some introspection to be able to defend this revolution, because this revolution belongs to the future of our children. Tata, you are leaving us during this difficult period. You have seen it, you have seen it. We believe you'll go and tell them that your children are suffering. But Tata, want to promise you tonight that we'll try to change our behavior. We won't sell this revolution. We're grieving, we're at pains because we have lost one of our own. Indeed, the ANC will no longer be complete. We are incomplete without you. But let me tell the Mlangeni family that we thank God the gift which you borrowed us, a dictionary, an archive, which from time to time will have to go and instill some knowledge. Utata aishiyile. Tata, bewikawe, lamakawe. Sizwa ubuhlungu as the ANC. We believe you won't rest in peace if singazibhekisisi, simeke sure ukuthi if we continue fighting as the organization, the enemy will take this power. And I believe that's not your wish. And akusi wish yabo o Artambo, akusi wish yamadiba, lo sim celebrate this month. Tata, indeed, you have been there for us, and we are promising you that we'll be there for you. We'll try to defend this revolution. We'll not sell this power to the enemy. We'll always remember you. You will be always in our hearts and in our thoughts. Doing wrong things, we'll know exactly that we are no longer doing it for us. We are doing bad for you. It's not by mistake that you are to be honored. You deserve it. And thanks to the president, to the decision he has taken, that you be laid to rest with dignity. You deserve it, Tata. We are committing ourselves as your children. We'll try our best to defend this revolution. Lala ngoxolo, sizokukhumbula. Amandla.
Awethu, thank you very much, Comrade Violet. Now, comrades, we will therefore ask Comrade Sello. I know that comrades of the Northwest tried to log in, but we are late now. They will get another opportunity because we will be running this series right up until on the day of the funeral. So we'll therefore like Comrade Sello Mlangeni, on behalf of the Mlangeni family, to say something, and then we can close our program. Comrade Sello.
Thank you, Comrade Dad. And I would like to thank also the ANC leadership and all the regions that have spoken today on behalf of the family. It's a great initiative that they've taken to because now in these difficult times of COVID-19, I think really this is a good initiative that you've taken to remember our father. I'm encouraged today with the words that has been said so far from the comrades, and I know that we have a family in the ANC. We want to thank you for that, and we hope that we'll keep on this journey. As you say, you'll be reflecting the spirit of the ANC, or which direction are we taking. So let's hope that it won't just end up as words, but that's what we're going to do as an organization. We really appreciate and want to thank the president for taking the decision to give him this farewell in this befitting way. Even though I know my dad will say, but why? I'm just a simple man. But I think personally that he deserved it. So we thank the president for that, for honoring him. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of our hearts as a Mlangeni family. We thank you. Thank you, comrades.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Comrade Malusi, Kekana, also of the foundation, for being there throughout. I normally say the task of the struggle of executing the revolution remains a thankless task. However, we need to appreciate the efforts that comrades are putting in ensuring that we can deliver our people to a non-racial democratic society. With the challenges that go with it, we believe that we will triumph. And let me thank all the comrades who contributed today to send some condolences to the family of Mlangeni. We know that Comrade Mlangeni, his home is in Soweto, in Dube. Even from prison, he remained in Dube, stayed with his constituency throughout. He experienced all the crises and the problems that they experienced, especially now recently with the electricity crisis. He was there experiencing and suffering with his own people. And I think we need to salute Comrade Mlangeni for not forsaking his constituency, but for being with them through thick and thin. Relabuche Comrade Mlangeni for the leadership that we have demonstrated, the humbleness and the selflessness that you taught most of us. And by the way, comrades, Dube, it's my area. I'm from Orlando West, so it's one area, and the entire leadership of the ANC, as you know, is from Orlando West and Dube. So Relebua Wulu from all the participants, and we will have these sessions right through until on the day of the funeral. But however, I must say, comrades, we have a book called The Backroom Boy. The book is available as exclusive books, and we'd encourage comrades to go and buy the book because it gives a very good account of the contributions of Comrade Mlangeni and his peers and his generation in the struggle for freedom. So with those few words, comrades, the program is officially closed, and thank you very much for your time. Amanda!
Away,
two.
Away, two. Thank you, Chairperson. Away, two.
Thank you, Nobala.
ngona koyote Rapey lucky dube kumkanika sipenda fasi ingathathi kumayonke kanginibi